Namaste, guys. It's Yogini Kala, and I'm so glad you're here. Happy spring. I am wearing like a lot of blue, obviously, today. I sort of wrapped my hair in a different way. Let me know what you think. I'm wearing a lot of blue, but then I'm also wearing orange. And it's just because I'm so excited that it's spring. So I'm like, colors are just, and you guys know I'm an artist. So colors are just popping today. Not always so discordant. Usually I'm a little more coordinated, but I really want to wear this beautiful orange, and then I really want to wear the blue. So, those of you who have kids, I think this is how kids get dressed, right? So what we're starting is 21 days of essence. Now, this was really inspired, you guys, by a woman on here called Adrienne Elise. She's interesting. She's a little far out. She is an astrologer, but she talks a lot about past lives and just really always seems to make sense for what's happening with me. So she had 21 days of presence. So I'm going to have 21, because I don't want to call it the exact same thing. So I'm having 21 days of essence, and same thing, really. Presence, essence, and I will be sharing lots of interesting, fun information. Okay, so stay tuned. 21 days. So today's the first day. So just to tell you a little bit about what I will be covering. All right, as you know, this channel is aimed at women over 45. Let's say I'm saying thrive past 45. That's really always been women who have survived a thunderbolt experience. Same thing. Thunderbolt. Divorce, in my case, job loss, and then long-term unemployment, women dealing with depression and anxiety, but who are, I'm starting to say, rather than recovering, reclaiming themselves, reclaiming their spirit, reclaiming the life that they want. I like the word reclaiming, and I want to talk a little bit about that. What is reclaiming? Reclaiming, and get a cup of tea. I've got lipstick on my it's a white tea with jasmine, which is a very nice tea for springtime. I can say more about that, but I won't go off tangent. Reclaiming is a word that appealed to me more than recovery, right? So many groups talk about recovery. I don't want it to be that we are always, that we're damaged and you're recovering. You recover from an illness, so reclaiming, goddess, reclaiming is so much better. So I hope you like that word. Share in the comments if you do, because it's claiming what was ours, what is innate, what is intrinsic, what we already have. Okay, so that is why reclaiming. So let's start there with the 21 days of essence. And so if you can, wherever you are, ideally, if you can, close your eyes or have them slightly open. Take 3 deep breaths. In through the nose, out through the mouth. In through the nose, long breath. Blow it out. If you're somewhere public, you can still do this. Just keep your eyes open. Coming back to yourself. So that's what I'm meaning by essence. And coming back to what is essential to your soul, your spirit. And so what I'd like to share with you today is just some thoughts about making time for spiritual practice. So the reason I could actually jump on this call today is that one of my private clients was needed to reschedule. She was traveling and we couldn't really have our session in the car. And you guys know I work virtually and I have private clients, and my group coaching is underway, and I'm so excited. It's the first time I'm running a group coaching, and it has been wonderful. Had some wonderful, amazing goddesses, and this is leading up to the next round. So the next round will start soon. I want this to be an evergreen series, so I'm not going to mention the dates, but the dates will be below. That will be starting the next round of coaching. And so for some of the goddesses in the program, one thing that I've been emphasizing is that making time for, self-care is all the talk on the internet, right? especially in certain circles. But self-care begins by setting aside time and space. So today I want to talk about that reclaiming. Reclaiming means you need to set aside time for yourself, okay? Now, we often feel that, well, we don't have time. I often feel like that. Absolutely. I'm too busy. This busyness, goddess, is part of this masculine paradigm that has ensnared both men and women, where we're like rats on a hamster wheel, okay? This is not a healthy lifestyle. This is not a healthy society, and that is changing. Trust me, I tend to be way ahead of things happening. I could give you countless examples where I'm like literally 20 years ahead, you guys, on inventions, on ideas. Over and over that happens to me, and I've been told that when I've done different types of testing. So this is coming. This may not arrive for 20, 30, 40, 50 years, but it's already happening. This busyness, this compulsive busyness has to stop, okay? When we really, truly, deeply see that this is not serving us, by that I mean you may believe that I have to keep myself this busy because of money that I have to earn or my kids. Okay, those are two big excuses. That's why I'm so busy. Now, I'm not saying that you don't need to work hard to earn your living, that you don't have 2, 3, 4 kids perhaps. But within that, if you set time, goddess, for yourself, all of that will be easier, okay? All of that will be easier, okay? So the earning money will be easier, smoother. Opportunities will come to you that you cannot foresee. The children, you'll have more ease with your children. You'll be able to have the more scheduled in a way that works. You'll work more smoothly with your children. I promise you this, but the first step and this first day of the 21 days is for you to think about and make a little plan, a simple plan. Where can you carve out 20 minutes a day, at least 3 times a week? The minimum that I ask the women in my coaching program is 3 times a week for 20 minutes, okay? And I'm thinking of just sort of branding it and calling it, 20 and 3 or 3 and 20. It's funny because that came to me around the time, I believe that was the equinox date, is that correct, that we just had in 2019? It was March 20th, and it was a full moon. And Spirit, that sort of was repeating in my head, the 3 and 20. So 3 times a week for 20 minutes is the minimum. So I'm going to ask you, before you watch the next video, make a plan, when can you set aside 20 minutes for yourself 3 times a week? Is it in the morning before the children wake up? Is it the morning as you're having your tea or coffee? Is it after you've taken a shower at night but before you go to sleep? So pick a time 3 times a week that you can set 20 minutes for yourself, okay? For reclaiming yourself, reclaiming your essence, reclaiming your spirit. And then the work and the things I will be sharing with you and teaching you, you can have that container, you have that open space, you have that time. So this is, just like they say on the airlines, put on your oxygen mask first. You can't save anyone if you're passed out because you didn't have oxygen. So you've got to get the oxygen to yourself first. You have to fill your own cup first. Okay, so let's start from a cup that is so full that it is overflowing, to quote Oprah. Thank you so much, and I will see you tomorrow for day 2 of 21 days of essence. Namaste. And if you'd like to know more about working with me or what I do, head on over to In the Flow of Magic. And if you join my tribe, there's always a wonderful freebie, usually an audio guided deep relaxation. So check the links below, that will be there for you. Namaste and see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.